All right. So tell me a little bit about yourself. What do you do? How busy are you? What's your daily like and all that good stuff?
Right now I'm a 24-year-old still living at home. I work for this company called DDI. It works with adults with special needs and autism. So I've been doing that. That's
That's cool.
something I take pride in and I really enjoy doing. My background in general, I was an athlete my whole life. I played baseball, football, and basketball in high school. I played 1 year of college baseball. Right now, playing softball just to keep active.
So,
Um,
co-ed or just men's?
just men's, just like a little beer league, just
That's
to
awesome. I love
have
playing
fun with.
softball.
Yeah. But for the most part, since the gyms just opened up yesterday, but for the most part, I've been just doing some like ab workouts, some cardio around my block just to stay active. I started keto probably October of 2018. Um,
2018. All right. Sweet,
yeah.
sweet. So let me ask you. So when was the point that made you be like, all right, I need to change what I'm doing right now? Because how much weight have you lost?
I started out almost 400 pounds and I'm weighing in probably like 255 right now.
Dude, I love it. That's awesome. So, all
Yeah.
right. So you were an athlete. So obviously you've always been working out. You've been in shape and stuff like that. What position did you play in football?
Football, I was a center and a guard, so I was always on the
So you
line
were
my
always on the
whole life.
line. All right. Gotcha. So crazy. So you were up. So when was the breaking point when you're like, all right, I need to change something?
So basically, my whole life I was a big guy. I wasn't a fat guy, but I was a big guy, and I stayed active through sports and stuff. And then it wasn't until after my first year of college ball when I got hurt. Um, I had some personal things go on, and basically from there, I guess I kind of used food as my happy point, and that's when it started going downhill. I tried every diet in the book, but it was never, I would try it and then I would go out with my friends, get tempted, and then gain all the weight back. Um, but it wasn't until I started in October, so I think it was the summer. I was on vacation, and I remember I was with my family, and I was trying to find clothes to bring on vacation. And I remember like 4X shirts weren't fitting me. Everything was I just couldn't look at myself in the mirror anymore. So I was like, I got to make a change. And um, I was kind of familiar with the low carb. When I was younger, my parents actually did Atkins.
Okay.
So I
Right.
was kind of
All the
familiar.
parents have done Atkins.
Yeah, I was kind of familiar with the low carb lifestyle. So I was looking into that. And then I came across keto, and right away I was like, keto, how you're just eating meat and vegetables? Like that sounds so weird. And
It's so simple. It's like this can't work.
yeah, and my whole life, like even when I was younger, my whole life is like fat is bad for you. Fat makes you fat. And then this diet saying eat all the fat you want. So once I looked into that, um, after I got back from vacation, I was like, I'm going to do this diet starting Monday. Everyone always says start Monday, start Monday. So I started Monday. First week, it was a little tough in the beginning. I was just sticking to meat and vegetables. I wasn't a big vegetable guy, so it was mostly I was staying on the meat end.
Okay.
And I weighed myself the first week. And I know usually the first week is water weight, and I was down like 10 pounds. And I
That's
was like,
awesome.
this is unbelievable. So I just kept going, and here I am.
That's awesome, man. Seriously. So you've tried everything. What made you be like, all right, let's do keto?
Just in general, I thought like reading into it, I think keto was the best lifestyle for me. I thought like looking at what you could eat, what you can't eat was best because I'm a very social person. I like going out with my friends. I like having fun.
Of course, you're 24.
Um, yeah, I think this diet was the best thing to do. Like old diets, I would go out to eat and everyone would be eating cheeseburgers and I'll be having a salad starving looking at them. Where
Yep.
now I can dive into some chicken wings, some burgers, and it's
That's the
awesome.
thing.
That's
Yep. everyone thinks like dieting is just salad and that's it. That's
Yeah,
the problem. And everyone, it's crash course. Everyone's like, oh, I can only have salad and a little bit of chicken. It's like, no, load up on those calories. So let me ask
exactly.
you, did you track how did you stay on track? Did you like track calories, macros? What did you do there?
In the beginning, I used MyFitnessPal just to, I was like scanning all my foods, making sure this is the right stuff. In the beginning, I was tracking net carbs just because that's what I heard
Yeah,
about and
no,
all that.
definitely.
Um, and it wasn't, I probably did that for maybe a little over a year. Sometimes I'll still go back to it just in case like I'm eating a food I'm not sure about.
Yeah.
Um, but for the most part now, I'm kind of so used to this diet where I kind of do the macros in my head. Um, I'll track my calories, but like I said, I still have the FitnessPal app just in case, like if I'm like, maybe I overate today, maybe I underate today, let me just plug it in real quick and make sure. So I always go back to that just in case, but for the most part, I'm kind of closer to my goal weight and where I want to be. So I'm not
Hmm.
really where in the beginning it was like, I got to lose weight fast and quick. Now it's just more of a lifestyle change of how this is how I'm going to eat for the rest of my life. This is what I feel good on. And that's kind of what, because I felt now when I'm tracking, it feels like a diet and I don't want
Hmm.
my life to feel like a diet. I
But you've
kind of
been eating
want,
all the same things though, right? So you know the portion
yeah,
sizes. You did it
exactly.
for a hard month or two of tracking, measuring everything out. So you have a game plan. You know exactly what you need to be around. So it
Exactly.
makes it a lot easier. That's what I always tell people. I'm like, look, I get it. Tracking sucks. It's a pain in the butt, but look, you're gonna get the results. You're gonna pinpoint what you did wrong this week or that week, and you have the idea of what's going on. So you do it for a month or two hard of tracking, and then you're golden. So just like you've done, you're not tracking anymore, and you're still getting the results. So that's
Exactly.
awesome, man. I love it. I love seeing people like so. With doing the tracking, did that help you out a lot?
Definitely. Because there was some foods that, um, like going into this diet, I knew nothing about nutrition. I knew nothing about, even the only thing I thought was healthy was salad and grilled chicken. Like that was my diets in the past. But using my Fitness Pal, reading articles about everything, it really broke down everything once um, I edit the macros and do everything keto wise. It really made it easy, and it made it so easy till now I can look at a piece of chicken and know, okay, I could eat that. I could eat this size, and I know all the macros. I go to bed at night and I say, okay, I had this amount of carbs, this amount of protein, this amount of
Yep.
fats.
It's funny. You'll go out to eat or you'll go to a restaurant or you could literally look at a banana like that's 22 grams of carbs. You know how much sugar's in that, right? People are like, how do
Exactly.
you know that? Like with peas, I love peas. Everyone's like, you can't have peas, but 1/4 cup of peas is only 12 grams of carbs. So that's all carbs,
Exactly.
not net. So that's hilarious, man. So let's talk about your before and after picture. Like it's amazing. What, like, how are you happy? Did you take before and after pictures when you first started? Or like, are you like, did you take before and after pictures when you first started?
Yes and no. For the most part, my like good before and after pictures are just pictures that I've just had, and
And
then
just
I just
family
put them.
photos and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Dude, I
Hmm.
love it, man. So that's what I always tell people, like, is it crazy looking at those before and after pictures now and like it hits you, you're like, holy cow, that's crazy. That's where I was at.
Yeah, because I mean, when I was almost 400 pounds, I knew I was big, but at the same time, I mean, I'm 6'3". I have broad shoulders. I never really looked like I was 400 pounds.
Right.
If I told people I was 400 pounds, they thought I was crazy. But now that I look at pictures now, it's like, how did I let myself get to that? And it's unbelievable. I feel better. Even the funny story. Um, so before I started keto, I did a daily checkup at a doctor's office, and
Daily?
yeah,
Okay.
and the doctor was basically telling me when I was at my highest, like, you need to do something. You have high blood pressure. I had everything wrong with me in the books. Um,
And you're 22 and you're
so
like, nothing can happen to me. I'm fine.
exactly. So once I didn't go to the doctor for a while, whatever, I was just busy. The next time I went to the doctor, I lost all my weight, and I had to. changed doctors actually. So I got my paperwork from one doctor and brought it to another.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave him the paperwork, and the doctor, not knowing who I am, anything like that, they're looking at it and they're like, "Is this the same person?" Right?
You're like, what happened here? Like, you were
Yeah.
400. That's crazy.
Yeah, and they did all my blood work. My blood pressure was perfect. Everything was perfect.
Dude, that's awesome. Like, did they do blood work too at the new doctor? Like testing
Yeah.
LDLs, LDLs, all the cholesterol and stuff. And you're
Yep. All good.
dude, that's awesome, man. Did they ask you how you did it?
They asked me, it's funny actually, the new doctor I go to, the main doctor actually does keto. So it's awesome the fact that, because some doctors, like in the past when I brought it up,
It's crazy.
As soon as you say you eat a lot of fat, it's like the end of the world.
It's crazy to me. It's like these doctors are literally learning stuff from the 50s. Like when I went to school for exercise science, like literally in the 50s, they said working out was bad for your heart. Like you tell it to somebody now, they're like, what? But that's awesome, man. I'm glad you're at a doctor now that is all about keto. And like, it's so funny. And like, you see it everywhere. Like even on the TikTok comments that I post, like people are like, oh, keto's so bad for you. Like I posted my before and after and they're like, oh, that's great. You're going to die of a heart attack at 40. I'm like, you're right. I'm going to die of a heart attack from eating meat and veggies. But that's the misconception people have. But that's awesome, man, that your doctor's like all about it. So I have a couple clients here in Arizona who are firefighters and they all go to this main doctor. And he's all about keto. He's all about it. And like high stress, being a firefighter and a cop, that should be like a no, but the doctor's all about it. So that's freaking awesome, man. I love it. That's that's a great story. It's like you walk in and they're like, look at his paperwork, looking at you. They're like, this isn't you.
Yeah, they didn't think I was the same guy. I mean, if you think about it, I basically lost a whole person. So if you look at my before and after pictures, it doesn't even look like me.
Oh, I know. Trust me, they're going up. We're gonna show those off because like it's awesome seeing those before and after. That's why I stress so much about it. Throw the scale out the window. Go off those before and after pictures. So let me ask you, what was your why? What made you, when you were tempted going out with friends, getting the burgers, going to the bars and all the drinks? What self-consciously did you do or think about to be like, nope, I'm not doing it? So like, what was your why? Because I always stress that, like, what is your why? Because if you don't have a why, you're not going to hit those goals.
I think basically I was just so fed up with being the fat guy of the group. I mean, my whole life, it was always like, I was just the big guy in the group. I'm a 24-year-old going out. When it comes to meeting girls and stuff, no one wants to look at the fat guy. So anytime we went out, of course, my friends are the type of friends who could eat anything in the world and not gain a pound. But I look at bread and I gain 10 pounds.
Right.
So once that like mentality really went in my head, the reason why I gained all the weight, I was in a long-term relationship for a while. So being in a relationship made me gain the weight. And then once that didn't work out, I had motivation more to get in shape and go out and meet other people. But yeah, my main why was I just was tired of being the fat kid, the not in shape kid. Everyone looked at them like, I want to go to the beach, take my shirt off and look good.
Like confidence.
That was the main thing.
I love it. Definitely, man. So like everybody was asking me like, what's your why? I'm like, well, I don't have kids, so that can't be my why. It's not for the spouse either. It's like, I get it, man. It's that self-confidence for sure. So you're in New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. So what are you super busy throughout the day? Like how's your day like?
Monday through Friday, I work right now 7 to 3. I'll come home at 3 o'clock. Usually I'll go. That's when I do my runs or.
And then what did you do again?
I work at DDI. It's working with. It's like a day program working with adults with autism.
That's awesome.
It's almost like a little school. Yeah.
So you're busy throughout the day.
Yeah, throughout the day I'm running around like crazy, and then when I get home, I'll try and get a quick workout in. When the gyms were open and not crazy, I was working out. But
Trust
now
me,
I
I get it, man.
Yeah, now I just do, as long as I'm doing something. I mean, I just go for like a 2-mile run, 3-mile run. I'll run and walk. Just as long as I'm sweating and working out, it's fine. After that, I mean, Mostly I'll either
2 years ago, would you have ran 2 miles?
no. The only time people would force me to run was through sports. I would never get up and say, all right, I'm gonna run.
Right. That's
But
awesome, man.
yeah, so after that, I mean, I'll mostly just either hang around with my family or I'll go out with my friends, and that's basically it. That's my life during the week. And weekends, same thing. I like golfing. I'll go golfing sometimes. And
Do you ever what do you usually take with you when you go golfing? Do you eat or drink anything when you're golfing?
I'll bring like little snacks. Like I like jerky. I'll bring jerky, some cheese. Like if we're doing 18 holes where it's all day.
Yeah.
My friends are drinking. I'll bring a couple White Claws just to have a little fun.
Have you had do you like Trulies?
Yeah.
Do you like the
Truly
lemon one?
lemonade.
Oh my God. Yes. The strawberry Truly lemonade. Like if I'm going to drink, it's going to be those or rum. It's just be straight rum, but that's
those
awesome,
are really
man.
good.
So you're still staying on it. You're still staying on track, even with friends, doing social things, or always like, it's so hard to do it. How did you stay on track with being so busy for your meals while at work and stuff? So like, how did you maneuver that?
At work, I mean, now I'm at this stage where when you're eating, people don't understand when you're eating all this fat and all this protein, you tend to really not get hungry. And I always looked into intermittent fasting and I always thought I could never do it. But then if I kind of looked at it, I was kind of doing it without
Everybody's
even knowing.
already doing it.
Yeah.
Everyone skips breakfast.
Like I'll wake up, I'll have a black coffee, and then I'm so busy at work, I'm like, oh, I'm kind of hungry. I'll look down at my watch and it's 1 o'clock. So I fasted for how many hours?
Right.
So usually I'll bring, when it comes to work, I won't eat breakfast in the morning. I'll just do like a coffee. And
what kind of coffee are you drinking?
it changes. I mean, I'm a big iced coffee guy.
Okay.
Whether it's 100 degrees out or snowing out, I love iced coffee. I have a Dunkin' Donuts like 2 seconds away from my house.
Is that what you do? Is Dunkin'? That's what I was wondering. What
Yeah.
kind of Dunkin'? That's the thing, man. I love Dunkin'.
Yeah, I'll do Dunkin' a lot. Sometimes I'll go to the grocery store and they have the 0 sugar Dunkin' bottles that you just throw in your fridge. I'll do that sometimes.
That's nice. We don't have that in Arizona. I wish they had that. They're ready-made. It's already done.
Yep.
They only got Starbucks with that. That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'll do that. But for the most part, I mean, I get out at 3 o'clock sometimes when I'm a little hungry. I'll just bring like deli meats. Like I'll do salami, some pepperoni, just a snack on. I'm not really eating a big meal for lunch.
Yeah.
My big meals are mostly dinner. So
you don't want to go to bed hungry, right?
Yeah.
That's what I do.
I try to kind of not eat that much during the day. If I'm a little hungry, I'll snack. I'll drink a lot of water, but I make dinner like my huge meal of the day.
Nice, man. That's awesome. Keeping it simple, staying satisfied. People think it needs to be a struggle. Everyone thinks you need to like starve all day long. You don't.
No.
Did you have cravings? Like, did you have any sweet cravings and stuff like that? How'd you combat that one? Because everyone loves candy.
Yeah.
Soda, that's mine.
Yeah. The beginning, I was tracking net carbs. So I was still eating like once in a while. I was doing the keto treats once in a while here and there. I still have a couple in my fridge for like sometimes. I mean, everyone's human. Sometimes you need a little treat.
Yeah,
but,
definitely.
For the most part, actually watching one of your videos really helped. When I upped my fat more, I started really losing the cravings for sweets. Where at the beginning, I was so nervous about upping fats because everyone says fat's bad for you. That's when like I would be sitting there at 9 o'clock at night and say, I want a cookie right now. Mm-hmm. But once you upped your fats, I had no cravings. I was a big snack at my heaviest. I was always on Netflix at 11 PM snacking on something. I wasn't tempted to do that. So I think the main thing was just upping the fats, and you were getting more full, and I wasn't eating as much as I usually did.
That's awesome. So it's the thing I always tell people, because everyone always asks about the sweet cravings. I'm like, look, bring your fats up and it'll suppress the sweet craving. So that's awesome, man. That's why I post everything, to just try all the tips and tricks out for everybody, because it really is easy. Like, right, once you have a grasp on it, it's easy.
Yeah, the beginning it was definitely difficult in the beginning. Beginning it was a little confusing what I can eat, what I can't eat, but now it's like second nature, and I love talking about. My friends are like, "Oh, we get it, you're keto, we know," but it's just so fun to talk about. And I mean, as much as my friends may think it's annoying that I talk about keto, every day they're like, just the results I got. I've gotten so many of my friends to try it. It's unbelievable.
That's awesome. Like, and then you're spreading it with other people. So like, with the naysayers, did you have a lot of that?
Um, in the beginning, yes. I mean, my parents at first were the most supportive with it because they
That's
did
good.
the Atkins. So they kind of had the idea like the low carb works and stuff like that. But when it came to my friends, like especially like the fitness friends I had, the ones that just eat
That know
whatever they
everything.
want, yeah, they thought like the same thing you said, like too much fat, you're gonna get a heart attack, all this stuff. But the main thing I used to hear is fad diet, keto's a
Yep.
fad diet. Um, but I mean, all these results I'm getting, I'm starting to hear less of it, which is good. But
Proof's in the pudding.
at the same time, I've done my research. I would never do something that I would know harm my health. And people are going to say everything's good, everything's bad. But as long as I'm happy and I feel good, that's all that really matters to me.
Right. We're all doing this for ourselves when it really comes down to it. Sure, we're doing it for our kids, but honestly, when we look in the mirror naked, that's when we're like, we need to change something, or like, yeah, I look freaking amazing.
Exactly.
So that's awesome. I always want to ask about the naysayers and stuff because they're gonna be out there and they're always gonna be, and especially when you get results, people are gonna even be even more mean and rude about things because let's be real, they're honestly jealous about it. People usually talk the most when they're jealous of somebody's results and stuff. So that's awesome that you've literally combated that whole thing. And would you say like you could definitely do this forever?
100%. I mean, um, the way even before I started keto, I was always a big like meat lover and I was based. All my favorite foods were basically keto,
Mm-hmm.
but instead of chicken and broccoli, I would do chicken and French fries.
Favorite
So that
meal?
was
Hit me. Favorite meal?
keto or not keto.
let's go with keto, then we'll do not keto. You're from New
Uh,
York, so I'm already guessing what it is.
yeah, with keto, the things I eat a lot, I like to do. I'll do homemade chicken wings at home. I love chicken wings.
Right?
Um,
What
the
do you put
main
on
thing
them?
I have this dry rub. It's like a hot buffalo dry rub.
Okay.
It's really good. I'll do that and I'll dip it in a little bit of ranch, and it's unbelievable. Wings are definitely my favorite food. I'll mix it up sometimes. I'll do some ground beef, some ground turkey. I'll throw in like vegetables and kind of do like a Chinese type of thing. I'll put like some soy sauce on it.
Right.
What else do I normally eat? I love eggs. I mean, I can eat eggs, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Do you?
Yeah, I'll do.
I'll get
Eggs a
sick of them
lot.
for a little bit, and then I just like completely cut them out, and then I bring them back in.
Yeah, I'll do eggs because you could do so many different things with eggs. I mean, in the morning, like I'll scramble them, and then like sometimes if I need a snack, I'll have a Tupperware of hard boiled eggs. I'll just
Okay.
eat one of those. So it's very convenient. Um, what else do I really eat? Um, for the most part, I mean, I'll do steaks, and it's basically
Favorite
meat and
steak?
vegetable. I love ribeyes.
Right.
Ribeyes are
That's
the
the
way to go.
only way. So, meat and veggies, that's the name of the game. So, so people always say eating healthy is expensive. Would you say it's expensive just eating meat and veggies, or what's your take on
Um,
that?
I mean, it's definitely a little more pricey than eating like shit every day, basically. But I mean, like I said, if you're getting results and stuff, spending a couple of extra dollars to look good and feel good, I'm all for that.
Right. Were you on the verge of type 1 or type 2 diabetes?
Um,
Did your doctor
I
ever
don't
say
know if I
anything to
was
you
on.
about that?
I was for the most part on the verge. I was definitely my blood pressure. It was to the point where I was going to be on
Oh,
medication
geez.
for. But diabetes was in the talks, but it wasn't like 100%. But yeah, I had every health thing in the books. I had a high liver function, which when I didn't know what that was, and then looking into that, it was basically like you're just eating way too much
Yeah.
carbs and everything. Yeah, when I was my heaviest, it was scary going to the doctor. I used to hate going to the doctor because at the same time, I knew I was big, but I always tried to deny it. And then
Yeah.
the doctor would confirm you need to do something. So it's nice now going to the doctor with a smile on my face, knowing everything's good.
Every time you go in, they're like, what are you doing? Have you watched
Yeah.
the documentary, The Magic Pill?
No, I haven't.
You haven't? Have you watched the documentary Fat on Amazon Prime?
I watched that, yeah.
All right, so that one's a good one, but watch The Magic Pill. The
Okay.
things that people were able to reverse with keto was crazy. So definitely go watch that. It's on YouTube now. It's not on Netflix. I have no idea why. Literally just The Magic Pill. So what did you struggle with the most? What would you say you struggled with doing keto? Like, what were the struggles?
I think the struggles for me was probably, I mean, the beginning when I started it, I was 20, 21 years old. So that's when everyone's going out drinking and having a good time. I used to love beer. I mean, beer was my favorite thing. So drinking beer, probably going out drinking. Now I kind of treat it like almost, I wouldn't say like a cheat, but I still keep it low carb when it comes to drinking.
Yeah.
Like if I'm going out for an event where I know like everyone's gonna be drinking and having a good time, I'll try and stick with like vodka sodas, vodka water, because at least I know I'm drinking this. It may be bad that I'm drinking alcohol, but it's probably the best option. When they're doing shots, I'll stick to like whiskey or like Tito's, stuff that I know is good. I'm staying away from like the Fireball and all the sugary stuff.
Right, all the cocktails and stuff.
Yeah,
The Budweiser instead of Bud Light.
yeah.
Got
But
you,
once in a
got
while, I mean, like football Sunday, I'll have like a Michelob Ultra.
Those are
Miller
so
Lite.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah, the low carb beers, because a beer and wings, I mean, that's the best combination. And the fact that I don't really have to give that up, I just have to do in moderation, is awesome.
That's crazy. So you're a big football fan. So you're in New York. Is it the Bills or is it the Giants?
It's actually the Jets, unfortunately.
Oh, the Jets. Do
Yeah.
you know who Gary Vee is? Gary
Yeah.
Vaynerchuk. Huge, dude, he's awesome. I love Gary Vee. He's a huge Jets fan. So I completely forgot about the New York Jets.
Yeah.
This might be the year though. Last year they didn't do too bad.
We say it every year, and nothing
I'm
ever
a Baker
happens.
Mayfield fan, man. I like the
Yeah.
Browns, so I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's hilarious. I know. It's so sad that football season, like I'm a college football fan. Obviously Nebraska, you can see the helmet
Yeah.
sign all the time. Like I love Nebraska. I'm so upset that college football's not happening.
I know. All the sports, it's crazy. Like even watching baseball and stuff and basketball, how they're doing like the fake fans and
Yeah,
stuff. It's
Cardboard
funny, but
cutouts.
yeah.
Who's your baseball team then?
Baseball on the Yankees,
Yankees?
and basketball on the Knicks.
Nice. That's awesome. All right, so how I want to wrap this up is for anybody wanting to start, what would you tell them to do? Like what would be the best tips and tricks and your secrets to tell them to stay with it and on how to get those results?
I think the best thing is you just got to keep it simple. I mean, I think keto is great because you could still, no matter what restaurant you go to, no matter where you go, you could always find something to eat.
Yep.
You won't lose that social life, which most diets you normally do. And the main thing is just keep it simple. The beginning, I actually kind of made a hobby out of it, finding like cool recipes, and I was eating stuff where people like, that's keto, and I'm like, yep, this is keto. So I mean, if you have fun with it and keep it simple, it's gonna be, and you're gonna see results. It's gonna be awesome, and that's what I've been doing, and I've been doing now for almost 3 years, and it's the best I've ever felt and the best I've ever looked. So that's the best thing to do, I think.
Love it. This is the thing. Keep it simple. Don't stress out. And keep it simple with the meals. And then when you do want
Mhm.
to find those recipes, definitely. What are one of the, like, what are the, so you started posting everything on Instagram. You made a new Instagram account, right? So what's
Mhm.
the Instagram name so people can follow you on all your
It's
social accounts? Throw it out there.
right now, just my keto account on Instagram is keto_luch, Luch. I started that account probably in the beginning of my journey. I didn't lose all my weight. And basically on that account, I'll post the meals I eat. I'll post transformations and all different stuff like that. But my actual Instagram account is jluch23. It's JLUCH23.
Go follow him,
Um,
guys.
yeah, that's just my going out having fun account where if you want
Follow the
to,
keto one.
yeah, follow the
Unless you want to
keto
see
one.
his whole entire life, and follow the other one too.
Yeah. But yeah, if you could just follow me at keto_luch and you can see everything there.
So awesome, guys. Go follow him on there. Let me ask you, where did you find all the information? What made, like, where did you get your stuff? Where did you start watching things and everything like that? Did you, or did you just be like, this is it? I need to track my calories, hit my macros, I'm good to go.
When I first started, I didn't really, it was kind of just like Googling keto, just knowing exactly what it was. Once I kind of was losing the weight and really got into it and made the Instagram account, the Instagram was the best thing because once you type in keto,
That's all
everyone's
that
name is
pops up.
like Keto Joe, Keto Max, Keto. So just following people. I got different advice from them, following you, different advice from you. I mean, social media is really a great thing now. You don't really have to Google stuff. Like most of the news I find out is from social media. I'm not watching News 12 anymore or anything like
Yeah.
that. So the best thing, I mean, just find one person that does the same thing you do and they'll open up the doors for other things. And I don't even know how many people I follow now, but in the beginning it was like a couple of people and then it turned into a huge following. Now all my friends follow me and it's awesome.
That's awesome, man. Like you'll inspire so many people out there. That's why I want to do this show. I think it'd be awesome putting it out on a podcast, Fullerton Nutrition, on Facebook, YouTube. Like I'm going to make sure that everybody can see this, see those transformations, that anyone can do this. And one last thing, did you ever take any supplement type of like fat burner? Did you wrap yourself in saran wrap? Did you drink ketones? Did you do any of that?
The beginning, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the beginning I experimented with everything. Like I would go on Amazon if it said keto and said like keto chocolate chip cookies, I would buy it.
You were getting
like,
it, but you didn't get like the cleanses or
no,
saran wrap. All right, that's why
no,
I always
I would do exogenous ketones in the the I just tried it just because I heard stuff about it. So anytime you
you
hear
magically
something
get a
about it, you
ketosis.
try it. Um, even now, I have I don't know if you heard of the Keto Coach, the blood meter where you
The
test
blood
your
meter, yeah.
ketones. I still have that. I used to be obsessed with that in the beginning, and then I learned,
Finger pricking
yeah,
craziness.
then I learned you can't really obsess over it. Once in a while. I'll check it just to make sure, like, all right, everything's good. I'm in ketosis, everything's good. But for the most part, I mean, like I said, I have a couple keto treats in my cabinet. Once in a while, if I have a craving, I'll have them. But for the most part, it's just my diet's meat, vegetables, and eggs. That's basically my diet.
That's it. It's the name of the game. Are you putting anything in your coffee, or are you just drinking a black?
I like to switch it up every morning. So like when I'm fasting, I'll do it black. Sometimes I'll do a little bit of heavy cream. Sometimes I'll put some of my protein powder in it just to get like another flavor.
It's game changer when you put protein in your coffee.
Yeah, I like to change it up all the time. I'm never the type of person to just stick to one thing. Like even when it comes to meat and vegetables, like one night, if I do chicken every single night, my chicken's going to have a different seasoning or a different sauce. So that's how you kind of change it up a bit. But for the most part,
so it's not
I'm
boring.
eating and drinking all the same things.
So other than water and coffee, what else were you drinking?
I'll do seltzers. I'll do once in a while, I'll do like the Mios where you squeeze the Mios in the water if I want flavor. I'm a big energy drink guy, so I love like the Bangs, the Monsters.
Which color Monster?
I like the white one.
The white one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that one. And the Bangs, I love the Pina Colada one. That's
I love
definitely
the
my
cotton
favorite
candy
one.
Bang. Love the
Yeah, that
cotton
one's
candy
good too.
one. That's hilarious. So those 2 months, so we got coffee, got energy drinks, got the Mios for water, didn't do any ridiculousness, literally just kept it simple, hit your calories with the meat and veggies. So did you actually start subtracting your calories after stalls? Like what were you doing with stalls and stuff? Is that what you did, or?
My main thing was in the beginning, I really didn't track calories. I kind of just, my main focus the whole time was making sure I was under carbs. That was like my main focus. And I mean, I got good results on that, but once I lost a lot of weight, then that's when I started to plateau. And as I looked more into it, the main thing was I wasn't eating enough calories. Because at the same time, like, don't get me wrong, like I love keto and stuff, but eating all the fat makes it hard sometimes to hit the calories.
Yeah.
Because you can eat one meal that's 1,500 calories, and if there's a lot of fat in it, you don't want to eat anymore. You're full all day. So I learned that the hard way, that the reason why I was plateauing, I was tracking my food and I was full and I was eating 1,800 calories when I'm supposed to be eating 2,400 calories. So that was the main issue. And then once I did that, the weight started dropping right away.
That's awesome, man. So that's what your goal was, 2,400 calories for
Yeah,
all that?
right now it's saying like around 2,400 calories is like the calories I should be at.
Nice. So when you're at 400, then you would have been way higher, but you were tracking, you were eating. So that's awesome, man. I love it. Love it. Love it. So that's how we're going to go with this, guys. So if you guys are watching this, if you're listening to this on any podcast, make sure to hit that share button. You guys never know who in your friends group. If you have any friends who've gotten amazing results doing keto or whatnot, let me know so we can get these going out, because I want to share this with everybody, that anybody can do this. Anybody can get that fat off the body. It doesn't mean anything if you were an athlete, if you weren't an athlete, anyone can do this. Just got to keep it simple. Well, hey man, I'm going to wrap this up and all that good stuff. Seriously, thank you again. Have any last words you want to say?
No, just I mean, if I could do it, anyone could do it. So just keep it simple. Follow my Instagram and
follow him, guys. See his story.
You'll get results, I'm telling you.
That's awesome, guys. And remember that why. Have an awesome day. Have an awesome night. Don't leave me, man. Don't leave me.
All right.
I'm just going to end the recording on there. Sweet. Were you nervous at all about this?